I want to talk about something that sounds extremely simple, but that most people quietly avoid doing. Using the same tool every day. Not the best tool, not the newest tool, just one stable tool used consistently. In the last few years, I noticed that most productivity problems were not caused by a lack of tools, but by too many options. Every week, there is a new app, a new system, a new setup that promises to fix everything. What usually happens instead is that the tool becomes the focus, not the work. So I decided to run a very simple test. I picked one basic tool. Nothing special, nothing impressive. And I committed to using only that tool for the same type of task every single day. No optimizations, no switching, no experimenting. The goal was not efficiency. The goal was observation. I wanted to understand what changes when the environment stays stable, but the person using it does not. This is not about productivity hacks. It's about removing variables. Because when you remove variables, patterns start to appear. During the first days, the experience felt uncomfortable. The tool felt limited, slow, almost boring. That reaction was interesting by itself. It showed how quickly we associate progress with novelty, without new features to explore. Attention shifts somewhere else. It shifts to the task, to the process, to small frictions that were previously hidden. Using the same tool every day creates a form of resistance. You stop blaming the system. You stop thinking about setup. Instead, you start asking different questions. Why does this step take longer? Why do I hesitate here? Why do I repeat the same action? The tool becomes transparent. And when the tool disappears, your behavior becomes visible. This is where most useful insights came from. Not from speed, not from output, but from noticing how often the same mistakes repeated themselves. Consistency created contrast. Without switching tools, it was easier to see what actually needed improvement. After some time, the stability started to feel less restrictive. The tool did not improve. The workflow did. Small adjustments happened naturally, not because they were planned, but because friction made them obvious. This is something that rarely happens when tools constantly change. When everything is new, nothing becomes clear. Using one tool consistently does not make work exciting. It makes it legible. You can see where time is lost, where decisions slow down, where unnecessary steps exist. This is not a recommendation. It's an observation. For certain types of work, stability can be more useful than optimization. Not because the tool is better, but because fewer changes create clearer feedback. That's the entire point of this experiment. Not results, not performance, just understanding what becomes visible when you stop changing the environment.